we were notified that we are a finalist for a competition.
And the best part was just watching it.
We must present in Chinese.
You're Chinese.
Excuse me? When we're at lunch, we need to know what's happening.
Yeah, okay.
I really don't want to do this. Yeah, we're doing this.
Well, a friend of mine actually reached out and she was like, hey, you know what, Wilson, I know that you have this tech project and I think that it would be a really good fit for a competition that we're going to be hosting. Top prize was $1,000. So I'm like, oh, you know what? I didn't really think too much of it. But a friend referred me, so I'm like, hey, you know what? It doesn't hurt to check it out and see what's up. And at the same time, an opportunity for us to tighten up the pitch. If we're presenting for a competition, it just forces you to do things that you don't really normally do.
Thank you very much, Wilson. Thank you.
Honestly, I thought I was gonna get it.
I think you went into it and you're like easy peasy.
Yeah, I was just like, hey, you know what? DoorDash money. Why not? And
Then womp womp.
Man, I even set up my tripod. I put up like the camera. I'm like, yes.
Like, this is gonna be great content.
So I just came out of the competition, didn't win anything, and yeah, feeling a little bit bummed out because I was actually quite confident going into this because I felt like we had the right traction, we had the right team, we had the right concept. Everything was just like checking the box and I felt very, very good about it. I was talking to Cass about this right after, and honestly, it's just the wrong audience. And it's like a fundraising 101 for sure. So when I'm looking at this, it's actually, I would say, a great lesson because I have always heard about making sure that you are approaching the right VCs when you're doing fundraising. And this is just a prime example of these funds not investing in our vertical. Not to say that we're not good, it's just not their cup of tea and it's just not within their investment thesis.
It's very interesting. Like on paper, I know that I preach it, but in reality, because I'm not really experiencing the disalignment of values and how starking that difference is, like when I was experiencing it there at that competition, knowing the fact that we had the best pitch, we stood out amongst all the other companies, we were still not chosen. And that was like a huge aha moment for me, that I'm like, wow, this is how it's being played out in real life in front of me. So I'm experiencing it, and that was when I'm like, you know what, I totally get it now. And I think it really helped with setting the foundation for fundraising 2.0 or 3.0, whatever. Yeah. So that was like the first part of this entire thing. The next day, I got a message that from the organizer that even though we weren't selected, they really liked our project and that they feel like we had a really great potential to be submitted into the global finals amongst another 30 other companies from around the globe. And so I was like, whoa, this is pretty cool. But the caveat is that we must present in Chinese.
You're Chinese.
Yeah, I'm Chinese doesn't mean I have to speak Chinese. Come on. I speak
That
Cantonese.
was the best part. I was like, where do I sign up to watch?
We are doing our deck, which is presenting in the next 4 hours in Chinese. So now we have Alex helping us basically translate the entire deck into Chinese, and you have me using Google Translate to learn all the words in Chinese. So yeah, we're doing this. 回馈平台，明白吗？AI 提高品牌和用户积极。This is even worth it.
fact that you were able to say yes, roll up your sleeves, and then just go and do it to try and get it done, I applaud you for it.
And it's like the concept of metaverse. It's like, how do you say it in Chinese?
I know.
虚拟加急. I'm like, to change that into real life value, like how? Yeah.
And also, like, I'm curious how Alex even did it, because there's a big component of when you're putting in the pitch. Like, I spent so much time on the right copy and the right wording. So it's so hard, and you did that all in 3 days in a different language, rehearsed it, and then pitched it.
Yeah, and the pitch went horrible. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. It was horrible.
It's always not a good sign when people don't have questions, and I just don't have enough time to prepare. Right? And on top of that, they did make a really good point about blockchain, because of the regulations in China.
You know, I think you did a great job.
At least I tried.
You tried.
You know, that's the biggest thing.
And it's like, it's not even like you try to show up. It's not even about showing up. It's actually you take on a challenge and you continue to perfect it until the last minute, until you have to go. You know what I think? I think they missed a really good opportunity. I think it's all them. Like, you know, like
I love that. That's like me going through a breakup right now.
Yeah, like I'm so okay. You know, you try your best.
Thank you. You played a huge role in this. So huge teamwork.
The first word that they said was, "Please begin immediately." And I'm like, holy crap, man.
Oh my gosh.
Like, it was so intimidating. It was a hard one. It was a very, very difficult one. This is my first time pitching in a different language and a different culture in that kind of caliber too. Everything was a first to me, and yeah, it was difficult.
Who knows? Maybe you won their hearts. Did they tell you the results right away? Did they say you lost?
They said
Get out.
literally, like, it was dead silence for 15 seconds, and then one of their minute taking person was just like, "You can go now."
Like, as in
你可以走了。
it's like you can actually leave and pack up your bags and go.
Man, it's horrible.